Good morning, everyone. It is I, Gina Louisa, just here once again today to help raise the vibration of our collective consciousness. It is June the 3rd today of 2025, right? Time marcheth on. Wow, what beautiful cards came out to me today. First, it was the Four of Cups. And the Four of Cups, people always say, it means you're focusing on the wrong thing. No, it doesn't have to. Okay? It means that, although this much is gone there, it's already, those cups are empty. They've already used up, okay? And yet they're like kind of snoozing on the tree. And all the while, the universe, God, has that huge, big, fresh cup for you, okay? That's what it means. It's to show you that, you're okay, You may have been Rip Van Winkle, and all these time has gone before you, that 3 cups has gone. But you got your whole future ahead of you, all your future emotions. You might have spent all these emotions in the past. Oh, God, I spilled so many cups. Right? But, oh my God, there's... And it's not like they're spilled either. Because sometimes they show them as spilled. But they're more used up. Like you get this cup. Look. And once you've done the looking of your life, what are you going to do with the cup? And get another one and try to balance them. You put the cups down on the ground. And that's what I think that card really signifies. The Four of Cups is to leave those things that the vessels that you've drunk from in the past, okay? And take the new. Wow, there's some new fulfillment of my emotions, right? And that's what's beneath me, is reaching for the new and understanding that God has fresh new things for me, okay? And above me, in that, this is funny, but above the deck was that 10 of Pentacles, right? So why are you going to try to scrape what's in an empty cup on the ground, right? When you've got the 10 of Pentacles in that new cup, right? God, bring it on. Oops, sorry, I hit the thing. But bring it on, Lord, bring it on. I'm here, I'm waiting, And then I cut, and I got chills because it was the Magician. Need I say more? I know that. I know that about myself. I really do. I've always suspected it. And when you suspect something so about yourself, you gotta let it seep in a little at a time. Until you just know it about yourself. It's like, okay, I know. And then once you know it, you have to take those steps. My art cards are beneath me, the Fibonacci spark. The spark of creation. And then it comes out in a Fibonacci sequence. Wow. Exponentially. And then, above me, the pattern, though. Being consistent and yet different. Consistent and yet different. That means daily doing something. Because every day you're different, right? But if you do that thing, that certain thing consistently, like I'm doing these videos for everyone, and I will. That's my consistent thing, my pattern now that God has laid for me. The pattern that's above me. Oh, so beautiful. Right. And then I cut to the very card of creation. It comes from back here, and it's like this ripple of lava and water in the air, and whoosh, it's like the very spark of creation. The very, not a spark, but the very, from a spark to a flow of creation, like the Magician. While I was doing it, I must have squeezed it and shut the phone off. They're so delicate, right? They really should make it so it doesn't shut off unless you want it to shut off. That's how cameras should be. Not just like, well, I'm just going to shut myself off because you just squeeze me too tight. Like, hello. So anyway, I had to go back in and there's a part two to the cards again this morning. I'm not sure where it shut off. I will look. But I started right from the beginning. I think that's a lesson for me today to understand. You know, you go with the flow. You are consistently starting from the beginning to be clear. I want to be clear. You know, I want to share everything that I am with you in every way that I can think of, and the way that God puts those things in my head. When God says, you got to do this, sometimes I don't know where what God's madnesses are. But if I'm God's method, well, then here we go. Whatever you say, Lord, through me to their ears, I will keep loving life, giving in to no fears. And I'll turn the key to your revivification and do what I can to awaken your nation. I'm beginning to believe that it will do good. You know, when I wrote that, I was very young. And I said, I didn't think it was going to do any good. Like, I don't know, I'm doing this only because you've always been there for me, Lord. But maybe I'm beginning to see now where just simple little Gina Luisa and my simple little art stuff is in this world now as an influence. You can see me, okay, and I'm beginning to be able to see you, and we can feel each other's atmospheres, and you can know that somebody is on this earth who says, it's okay that I want to see you smile. I want to see you skip and play, and I want to, I like happiness. I like joy. I love to hear you sing. Love to watch you dance. I'd love to see you do work that's good work, good work from your imagination and your heart to accomplish good things. That makes me so happy, when you nurture this earth and you nurture the animals upon it, and to let the earth and the animals nurture you back. Those are the things that Goddess loves. Those are the only things I see. All the other things are like wasted time to me. I am reaching you. I can feel me reaching you. I'm reaching you. When I was very little, because when my brother Frankie died, okay, I was 7, and I couldn't believe that God would take Frankie off of this earth. Who could have took me? I'm in this crippled, messed up body, and a girl. Nobody listens to a girl in an Italian home. Oh my God. We're like the lowest of the low. It feels like, sometimes. And then they introduce you to the Catholic Church, and you don't even want to know what the Catholic Church really is. I'm going to tell you eventually. Everything. I think I have, and I will. They're just not woman friendly, that's for sure. They like to put all their own sins off on us like it's our fault. Well, excuse me. No. I made it through all of that. Lost my train of thought when I got there because they're so evil. But God put me here now to untangle the mess. That's what I'm here for. I had to go through all of those things. Excuse me, because you can't speak about a truth that you didn't experience yourself. Had I not known what, that's why I do what I do. I suspect something ever since, because when I was little, I got introduced to the Catholic Church and found out what that's all about. And then I looked all around too, everywhere, I found a lot of joy with the with the poetry with the dad and their body. They're very, very beautiful people. Many of them are very, very sincere in their heart and their church. But that kind of sincerity comes with all races, by the way. Because I've met people of that same race who they get that money. It's so evil when money gets in people's soul. Or they get that gold fever. It does it. Gold fever. Make a woman shove her daughter in the bake oven, huh? Because they don't want to believe that this is what they don't like. They want women to cover it all up. Cover up your hair. Cut off your baby, you know what? So that thing's shot. Are you kidding? They would show this short. They would show everything. They want to sew it all shut. They want to stop a woman from being. But you know what? You can't stop me from being. This is my time now. God made it my time. You know, I'm bursting out as it were, you know. And I'm not some little girl. I'm not a child. 65 years old. I've been around a long time and I've seen a lot of things. I've been watching. I've been watching you all this time. Yeah, so don't think I'm a naive child. I'm not. I'm on the side of good, you know. All of you people out there who are good and thought, oh my God, when is somebody going to come and stand up for us? Hi. The goddess is here to free you from all of the bullshit of those who worship gold. Because only those who love God are to flourish in this world. And that's what I'm manifesting. Heaven on earth. Come manifest with us. Come manifest with us.